All right. We are back. Um, Welcome back to Nerdy Playbook. We apologize for a few things tonight. Roll 20 is being, for anybody who does use Roll 20 right now, it's kind of being a piece. Uh, but hopefully it gets fixed for everyone pretty soon. If not, we'll do a lot of narration for many players to make sure everything is copacetic. Before we begin, we have a couple announcements. We'll start off with Val.
Hello! I will be in Madison this Saturday at ChizuCon, which is a family-friendly small con at the Goodman Community Center. I will be presenting 2 panels and also will be performing in the drag show, bringing out Diva Delilah again.
Nice.
So if you are around Madison, it's kind of very community, small, just friendly event. Come on out. It's an affordable one. And we would love to see you.
If I wasn't going to the Ren Fair, I'd come check it out. As per usual, we do have our two partnerships. We are still partnered with Monument Studios. If you are looking for royalty-free music, Monument Studios, check out the link at our About Us screen. You can either buy terabytes worth of music, or if you want to have everything at your fingertips, either Discord or your phone, you can do the Fantasy Plus for $4.99 a month, everywhere from fantasy, sci-fi, steampunk, horror, to anything that you want in a mixer that can be integrated in Discord. Check them out, Monument Studios. And we are still partnered up with Arcane and Miscellanea. Right now, we are not doing anything as far as any kind of raffles, but coming up in October, we'll be starting up a new one. So make sure you check socials for both of us. If you want to get ahead of the game, make sure you're both following our Instagram and theirs. The link to their Instagram is also in our About Us screen. Just click on that button. It'll take you right there. Follow them. They'll get you the head start on it. But all the dice are 100% unique. They never make doubles. So as soon as one's available and you see online, grab it, because per usual, someone from our team is probably going to buy it first. So make sure you beat us to the punch. That being said, keep out socials for any of that. We have a new episode of Daggerheart tomorrow. So if you are ready for some Daggerheart combat, we'll actually have our first combat session starting tomorrow as it, enter into the Emberfall Forest for a session of combat against all the wildlife. So if you have not checked out Daggerheart yet, or our campaign at Daggerheart, or you just want to see something cool, come check us out. With that, we'll head over to the intro. All right, so let me put the map on the screen. Why is okay? Oh, there we go. Okay. Last we left off, the team themselves, now in the Feywild, head their way over and get permission to enter in and meet up with the headmaster of the school itself and officially try to get questions answered from Aidan Mullane, the headmaster of this specific university. You were told that heading there you would be given 1 hour, unless for some reason Aiden decides to elongate that hour. That is pretty much all that you get, and as soon as it's done, you have to head back out. You were there early, and the tech master sends you in and allows you to kind of get a head start on the meeting without charging time for it. During that, you kind of get a lay of the land. Throughout this, you discover it's a pretty, very, very extravagant but very simple room. But there are very unique, um, enchanting items on there. And as a couple of you are able to discern, there is one item that looks like a small little like toy stone well. And it has like a liquid in there, but it moves so slow that the way it pours out or the way you pick it up makes it almost seem, due to the time flow of it, almost seem like it runs at the speed of kind of like an ooze, but it's still water by all intents and purposes. A few of you start to hear a voice trying to contact you, but only Azalea and Alice are able to register that this is a friendly voice, and the voice itself, even though not necessarily telling you to reach towards it, the overall kind of vibe you get to it feels like you should welcome this voice to pull you in and do not resist. And thus you do. With that, per usual, time does slow down and thus stops. You get pulled into a world that matches the color of the water that is within the well. In this world of emptiness and space and stars, there is nothing but beams of light that moves around like ribbons throughout this world, not able to see a start or end each one, not even knowing if they're all one connected one or not, but each eventual one does lead to a point where there's a portal. Assuming either of these portals lead to different realms or this is something completely different. You two have seen this the night before individually in a dream, but this is all a blur. These sheets that you're walking on are flat, they're solid, but they are the material of glass. But they are not glass themselves of walking on them, they are cracking. Finally focusing your eyes, you both turn around as you hear a voice saying, "I did not expect to see you so soon, but I must admit it is nice to finally see you." As you turn around and you see a white-winged angel that, no matter how many times you've pictured in your head or you've seen pictures your father has shown you, nothing can compare to the visual image of your mother that you yourself knows without any denial that this is her. And that is where we left off. Now, all intents and purposes, you guys are not close to her. Both of you are about 60 feet away. Now, since you're unable to get on Roll20, the width of these platforms, and they stay straight all the way through, are 40 feet in width. She's about 60 away from you. She's not actively trying to walk towards you, but she's just standing there. And in all intents and purposes, no matter what your father subscribed to, this does look a little varied of sorts to what you have been told about your mother. Any images you've seen, or what you've seen inside Manon's memories in her head, this seems like a more pure version of her. The wings are pure white, like an angel of any kind of folklore story. Red leaks through her hair like strands of highlights. Long, straight hair as if it's constantly maintained like sheets of silk. The clothing itself is fitted, but also drapes off as a sort of comfort. Mixtures of aqua blues and golds give it a sense of regalness, but also a sort of battle ready without requiring it to be armor. Not too indifferent of maybe a sorceress that wants both function and fashion. She just stands there, wings out, but unlike you've been told where she has various, these are just two, but they are grand. And whether she doesn't want to put in the strength to stretch them out, or whether or not she just can't. The joint of them at its highest peak goes about 2 feet above her head, and then she just lets it drop. Where the longest feather at the tip of the wing is literally dragging like a cloak on the ground. Standing there with a sort of prestige to herself, with one weapon just kind of floating off her hand. She's not holding it, but almost like it just kind of moves like a psychic ability off of her palm, but she doesn't need to grab it. You see kind of like this interesting broadsword that's floating off of like every little bit, very much like a kind of a Wanda Scarlet Witch kind of thing like that. Like it's kind of just, she keeps moving her fingers and just the handle isn't touching her, but she's making sure it's staying levitated. The sword itself is of a blue steel, but it's wrapped in a gold handle with a very intricate kind of like kind of like a mace ending to it. Like if she needs to spin it around, she could still club someone in the face. But she's not holding it, she's just kind of levitating it there. She just stands there as she just kind of takes her offhand and she just kind of I didn't think I'd ever be able to see you two.
And I'm gonna start walking towards her very slowly, like I'm in a trance.
Okay. Like, are you just gonna go like 5 feet at a time, or are you gonna kind of just move like consistently, like in a matter of 3 seconds? Are you
Move
gonna go
consistently.
like okay.
And then occasionally just stopping for a minute, and I'll wipe tears away and keep walking forwards.
Okay.
As a player, I know this isn't her because she only has one weapon.
Fuck, you found me out!
I didn't rest. Thank you very much.
All right.
You don't know where she's hiding the other weapons.
She has
That's why those wings are not out.
that crack of holding. All right.
Cleavage of carrying.
Wonder Woman's sword. Fury.
She would.
She does not stop.
Yeah, I think-
easily moving closer.
I think Alistair's standoffish. I think he's holding back a second. Because, like, I mean, 100% they can tell that this is their mom or no.
I'll tell you what, both of you give me an insight check. And this is an insight check based off of that you're her children. A child does know their mother.
Now she blows up.
A Maury check.
Wow.
13.
13.
I forgot it wasn't on roll 20 and it went away too fast. Bear with me. 15.
15. Again, you've never met her before. And by all intents and purposes, this is not what you were told that she looks like. And for any images you saw, does not match. But there's something about her, whether you consider it a vibe, whether you consider it energy, maybe you just find it as intuition. Something within you tells you either this is your mother or this is the closest thing you can get to finding your mother.
I'm gonna play depending on how close I can get. I'll probably drop to my knees.
At the beginning.
I said I'll probably keep walking as close as I can to her, and once I get up to her, I am a little shocked and surprised and full of emotions, and drop to my knees. Is it really you?
She just looks at you. Do you actually are within like like able to touch her, or are you like
Yeah.
Okay. She just looks at you And she just puts her hand and she just gently just kind of doesn't touch you, but kind of gets close enough to like touch you on the cheek, but almost like she's resisting herself to do it. Is there a reason why you wouldn't believe it?
Just you died, you've been gone, and I keep getting told you can't come back, and I'm not seeing you, and I'm so happy to see you.
She just drops down to like one knee to meet your gaze. And as this does, you see like her wings like start to kind of like rest down further. They kind of get mashed down as they come down. And due to the width of them, like some of them even kind of wrap down where they kind of get to the edge of like this floorboard that you guys are standing on. As she does, compared to you, where like you just get down and this nothing happens, almost seems like almost kind of like a ripple effect, like if she's on water instead of glass, that kind of reverberates off of her as she gets down on like one knee and she just looks at you. And she does officially kind of put a hand to your face, and then she kind of like closes her eyes for a second, doesn't respond, as if she's trying to cherish like never being able to touch the head of her child. And then she just looks at you. It's me.
Azalea will go in for a attack hug. Me as a player is thinking this is bad, but she'd go on in.
Okay. You can tell, at least Azalea, that like whatever she's doing here, she's kind of dropping all whatever defense she would have put up for this moment. She's kind of given up whatever she would normally do for this, and she's just kind of like losing herself to the moment. And she does hold you tight, and in this way, when she does finally kind of like flex her wings to kind of surround you with her feathers, and she kind of like contains you in that. For Alistair, since you haven't moved in, you almost lose Azalea a bit within there. If it wasn't for your guys' own wings, you would lose her within the white feathers, but you do see Azalea's red feathers a little bit in there that kind of crosses within. But other than that, due to the grandiose feathers and the wings that Zephania has, it does cover up a lot of her, especially from a distance.
Azalea's just ugly sobbing right now. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
Alistair's shocked.
I know. I'm just trying to think of.
If you don't know what to think of, hold on to that for a second.
Cast Guiding Bolt. No.
FY, if you guys haven't tried in a second, I just got booted out and I was able to log back in a matter of 2 seconds. So if you guys need to try again, we'll go to the group back outside. As time slowed down as you guys went in, but compared to speaking to a god, after entering in, the time starts to resume of sorts, but you're not quite sure what the time difference is. The others of you that are not part of this, you do notice whether or not you were actually watching them with what they were doing. You do notice that they just randomly disappeared. If you were watching them, you do notice that whatever they did when they reached out to this well, it wasn't like they got absorbed by it, but like almost like they kind of evaporated like the water within the well.
That's not good. But wait, what is that?
Let's go.
I don't know. They touched the well, and all of a sudden they're gone. Is it a transportation circle of some sort?
Oh, this little fountain thing. I'm gonna go check it out, see what I can see. I'm going to not touch it.
Okay, you can just give me an Arcana check
This
or
is what
investigation
happens
check or
when you
whatever,
touch
just
something.
with only sight.
This is why we
Okay.
can't have nice things. People
Do
disappear
an
and all.
Arcana. And that's gonna be a whopping 8.
For all intents and purposes, this small little contraption, this unique little like stone bowl well, does have liquid in there, and it does have some kind of like unique enchanting particles within it. But it seems like, as far as just looking at it, you cannot really tell what it does or what it did to you. But for all intents and purposes, at its current state, it does look intentionally harmless.
I don't know why you're surprised that they disappeared into this, what we see as this harmless thing. The children of our God. Maybe
Yeah, we have
beyond
an hour to talk to
our
this headmaster.
understanding.
We kind of need
Yeah.
Don't we need them? Though?
Do we?
Yeah, they're eating up our time. I say, is like say it into the pool as if they can hear me.
Well,
We fill them in later.
Come back? What happened? What's...
I mean, what if they don't come back out? Do we like tell the headmaster, hey, we went poking around in your room and some of us got absorbed into a shiny pool?
Nobody told us not to... Did they even touch it? I'm
Enough.
really close and still not touch it. See if I can see. I'm like trying to peer, like as if I can see
You in there!
in the water. If I can see them in there.
You can get an investigation check.
Hello.
Sure. And that's also a whopping 8.
Oh.
It looks like there's something within the water, much like looking at a globe itself. Like there are things that's within it, but you cannot see it from your distance.
What if I tip it over? I like get out my sword so I can like
Okay.
I'll do it.
I would
What?
like to
Is it-
tap Manan on the shoulder before she does that. Let the godchildren do their thing. We have a meeting. And he'll just meander on by and take a seat in front of the desk, the headmaster's desk.
Bjorn, I'm gonna ask you a really serious question. Do they look capable of doing god shit?
What do I know about god shit? What do you know?
Enough to know that it's... I don't think that they would be intentionally doing this right now. I'm gonna knock it over.
I'm going to sit in here in the chair and pretend that I didn't hear that, but go ahead.
When that, do we know if that will actually do anything, or if that will? What if that makes it so that you can't come back? Like, what if the transportation portal is like?
Okay, so
disrupted?
here's my question: was that Manon actually saying that, or was that
I was
You're
saying
saying that
it,
Manon
and
is
I was
actually doing it?
I was saying it as Manon. I was going for a golf swing to knock it over, and as Nova says that, she stops mid swing.
okay?
I mean, we don't really know the properties of it, so if you knock it over, it could disrupt it, and they could be trapped.
Perhaps listen to the one with the book.
I mean, I don't.
The one
know.
who had been taking notes.
I mean, I
The
don't
one
know
who's from this realm. What do you suggest?
never seen
That's
something
true.
like this before.
Awesome.
Yeah. I mean, we are in a magic school of some sort. So there's probably lots of magic here that is unfamiliar to most spellcasters.
Also, sometimes the quickest path between 2 points is a straight line. So, our compatriots disappeared in the Master's Hall. Perhaps we ask him. Straight line.
I mean, we could ask him, and then our hour gets burnt up by trying to fix this mess, rather than asking him the things that we got here to ask him in the first place. What if I just tip it over?
Hang on, I'm going to take out a
Gently.
dagger and just kind of gently poke it into the surface and see if like anything weird happens to the blade.
Did you just poke it? You did. You just poked it, didn't you?
again.
Oh no! I
This
didn't
is giant blade. Oh god.
or not it's over.
So you are actually going to poke the tip of
Yeah,
the dagger
just
into
the
it?
tip, just like the tip
New
of the dagger,
character
the blade
sheets.
into.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
Nova's gonna stand back like this.
just to see if anything weird
I'm just
happens.
how do you
gonna
do this? Do you let it just like sink in for a little bit, or do you immediately pull it out as soon as you put it in?
I'm just gonna poke it in to see if like if the perspective it looks weird or anything
Okay.
like that, like past the
It
surface.
does look like the liquid itself starts kind of like, not like increasing the amount, but it's taking what is in there and it's almost kind of like lifting itself and kind of dragging itself off up on the blade.
That's horrifying.
Weird.
Okay, if you pick it back
I'll draw
up,
it
the
back
liquid
out
drops
again.
back down.
Yes. Yep. Make sure that it all goes back into the thing.
Yep, it's all back in.
Okay.
Is it an
That's
entity?
not water.
Is it an entity? Is it a creature?
It seemed to try to climb up.
Could be an elemental, but why would it be here in this realm?
Would it be in any realm?
I mean, elementals have their own realm.
Does
We're in a
anyone
place
speak
where they
elemental? Can you talk to it?
Deal with magic.
I don't know if I can talk to it. I guess I could try.
If you guys are thinking what thinking of, you'd be looking for primordial.
Fuck.
Nope.
Me.
Aha! I knew I took this for a reason. I would like to cast Comprehend Language.
Got it. Okay, comprehend languages.
Hmm.
Does that mean-
talking, does it even work?
That just and that
I
means you can
will-
read.
Yell at the small well over my shoulder. Where are our friends? Yo, another wishing though.
No response.
Godchildren doing God things. I don't know what to tell you. Perhaps we should talk to the headmaster.
Well, he's not here yet, so we've got a bit of time to try to figure it out.
Wait, so when you put your blade in it, it started to creep
I
up.
tried to climb up it.
But maybe it's because it was trying to transport the object. And because the object wasn't fully in the water or substance, it started creeping up.
Let's be honest here. Was it transporting something or was it eating something? Do we know?
No, we don't.
Can I stick my hilt in it, like, so I have like the pommel? Can I stick the pommel in it and then pull it out and see if it like string cheeses itself, like if it grips onto the pommel and how far it can like
It
walk
doesn't string
with it.
cheese. This isn't
Oh,
like
okay.
a goo. Like this is just like it's because it is a
Is it
liquid. for all intents and purposes.
macaroni and cheese
This
or
is-
like French
all intents and
onion
purposes,
soup?
this
What
is
are we
water.
talking about here?
This is water, but the thing is, because time is very, very slow for this water, it comes off as if the appearance of kind of like a Play-Doh or a
Okay.
goo because it goes so slow reaching
So-
back down.
Does it drip off the pommel for a minute?
But like the drops are very, very slow, like the slowest raindrops you can find.
Okay. Can I catch one of the drops in my hand?
Sure.
My gloved hand, but a hand.
Okay. You let it drop in your hand. You immediately get like a immediate like blinding vision that just takes you back for a couple
Oh,
seconds. You see a creature in the sky, large wings. Looks like it's kind of like made out of like emptiness. It looks like a serpent of some kind that's flying through the air, and it looks like it's carrying like a world on its back. And then you immediately come back, and the water just slips off your hand, and it goes back, and it like almost like knows where the source is, and just goes back into the actual well.
Manon, are you okay?
It's like some psychedelic shit. I
What?
had like a weird vision kind of thing. Do you guys know about a weird flying serpent that has a world on its back, I guess?
Some weird land folk shit to me.
Or is that air stuff?
I don't understand it
Instead
either.
of- Is it air people things instead of land folk? I don't know.
Is that something you've ever heard of, Nova?
DM to player, have I
History
heard of
check. You can
that?
take notes of everything, so you can give me history check if like, maybe something came across through like your studies.
All right. Nice. It's a natural 20 for an actual
All
21.
Yeah.
Yay!
All right, cool.
I know shit.
A couple things you're able to first off, you're able to first figure out one part, which is going to lead you into figuring out what this well is. So you know which is referring to, and it's called a nebulae. Nebulae are literally an embodiment of one realm created into a creature. It is a realm that is so collapsible that needs a physical body to move around, as it cannot actually live in one space. And it takes the form of creatures that can literally just fly between realms, but they usually parallel to them. You don't usually find them much, but they usually are very much attracted to the realms of magic. So once in a while they do randomly appear like a folk legend within the Feywild, but no one has ever seen one before. They usually only see the outlines of them within storms. You never see the body themselves, but you usually see the absence of them within clouds, or the absence within rain. They're considered harmless creatures, and all they eat is literally magic itself to keep their realms alive. With this, you know another thing. You know what this water is. This is what is called the Void Well. A Void Well exists in every single realm, but they don't actually belong to the realm themselves. People have to create them. They require a significant amount of magic and quite a lot of training to create. And it creates a small amount of material that allows you to transport yourself to one of these nebulae.
Okay. I start like flipping through my book and be like, wait, there's no way. Fascinating. And I get really close to it.
By all intents and purposes, there's only a few ways to get into these realms. Either find a nebulae and convincing it to let you access its realm, getting the Void Well itself, or it has been told that you must need at least 1,000 years of magical training to learn how to do it. So far, there's only been 3 people in existence that have been noted to actually be able to exit and leave a pocket dimension, and has never showed anybody else how to do it.
Wait. No. I think This is a void well.
That doesn't sound good.
But that
Yeah.
means they've had to have. That's very, very high levels of magic. And it's that means then it's
Highest levels of magic.
highest levels of magic. Yeah. That means there is an entity. It can transport you to what did you say it was called again? Sorry.
A nebulae.
A nebulae, which literally is a realm that has lost its pretty much fixture, so it has to be transported on created a creature to pretty much sustain it, and it feeds off of energy and magic. But the only way you
Does it have
can
magic? Is that why it took them?
I don't know. Possibly. But the bad thing is that there's not very many people that know how to pull something out of one of those pocket dimensions. So, we might actually need the headmaster's help.
He's going to give us help. If he's the one that we can use to bring them back, godchildren or not, they've proven their worth. He will bring them back.
Who the hell just leaves a pocket dimension portal in their fucking office?
I mean,
Right?
And there's a lot of things in this office.
At this point, you
So-
do start hearing not a large
Chair
thud,
and
but
look
you
at
can-
everything suspiciously.
You do hear like the step with the cane coming closer to the door, until you hear someone, a male voice, talking to someone outside. Are they here yet? Oh yes, they're right inside. Can I get you anything? No, did they already have drinks? Yeah, we already made sure they're all taken. Just give us an hour. And you just hear step in cane, and then eventually you hear one of the handles of the doors open up. Pardon my tardiness, as he kind of pulls out a pocket watch, looks at it. Only a couple minutes. Kind of puts it in. Good day. Kind of comes in.
Well, it was.
Step cane. Apologize again. I am Headmaster Mulaine. I've been told that you wanted urgency with me about my sister. What's he's like looking at everyone, and then he sees the void well on the ground. He just kind of like takes like his cane, he kind of like turns it to the opposite side, he kind of like lifts it up and puts it on the counter. Accident or purpose?
Well,
Friendsite.
It ate 2 of our friends.
It ate 2 for... It doesn't eat. You're saying-
transported 2 of our friends into it. I think it transported, if it's what I think it is, transported it to the pocket realm that
He
it's
kinda
attached to.
walks up closer, kind of like leans in, switches his hands so his automaton arm is actually holding up the cane, and he kind of like reaches over with his one good arm, and he kind of like starts to see some kind of aura coming off his hand as he closes his eyes. Of course.
She just
When I'm not
whispers.
present, you fucking work.
She whispers, "Is it attached to Right. What's the word again? Sorry, I missed it again.
Nebulae.
Nebulae.
Nebulae. Sorry. Is it attached to a nebulae?
I mean,
She just kind of like,
you're well informed. I mean, it's not attached to Nebulae, but it allows me to get access to Nebulae's dimension. It hasn't worked to me since I created it.
you created it? You created it?
I created the
Wow.
I created the well. I had some students help me. The hell is something going on Discord? I'm just hearing a bunch of alerts.
No. Hello?
One second. I'm getting like a bunch of alerts coming in. It sounds like some Discord. Hang on one second.
I will take this opportunity, Joe, to tell you that chat did message that said that you were sounding a little bit quiet in the stream.
I was sounding quiet.
Actually, sound a little quiet on Discord too. I've got you turned up higher than everyone else.
Oh, it was turned down a bit. Okay.
That's better.
Okay, and then the alerts just stopped. So something must
Everyone
have
can
been,
hear you now.
must have been roll 20
Maybe.
because I was getting notifications of like several things that was going on at once. I mean, I spent 20 years making the well. I had students help me create the material. It's not necessarily making the well that's difficult. It's being able to use it, which is difficult. And of course, use it when I'm not here. So he just
Well,
kind of slams down his cane in frustration.
Sorry.
Well, use is a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, to be fair, it was two of our friends that are twins that
He just immediately like leans both his hands on his cane. Did you see how they did it?
they just touched it.
They
No intention of doing it, I'm sure.
takes off his glove. Just no shame, just puts his fingers directly in. Liquid just drops off his fingers as he comes off. Must have said
Maybe it's
something.
some god power thing.
Well,
I'll touch it.
I mean, they seem to be like interested
do you
in
touch it,
like
Manon?
something.
Yeah, I saw nothing happen to
You
him. So
disappear.
I kind of. Oh fuck!
All of a sudden, he just looks up. What the? Why not
We're
me?
running
As he
into
just like
people.
literally screams at the water.
We're running out of people who even know what to ask you.
What did she do?
Wait. Could
just
it have? So could it have something to do with their lineage? All three of them are connected to the
So the what?
heroes of 20 years ago.
To your
That was-
sister.
That was the
wait, that was-
princess of the Shadowfell.
I thought you looked familiar. All right.
And
He kind of like
and
looks at the
twins
rest
are-
of you. No. Okay.
Any of this.
So does that help or does that not help?
Well, he just kind of like leans both his hands on there and just kind of like shrugs his shoulders. I'm only guessing at this point. Apparently, the catalyst is knowing someone on the inside. Can't just pick the lock, apparently.
Where do you went?
But they don't truly know who's in there, right?
Well, I'm.
Saw her inside the Guardian's head.
I mean, there is a voice in there that occasionally speaks at weird times.
Okay.
Perhaps they're familiar with that voice.
Maybe that's what they were staring at or listening to or staring at before they were. Okay.
We're gonna switch
this
back
is
into
very
the realm.
alarming.
So, Manon, your eyes are fuzzy. You're ringing in your ears. Sound is crazy awful. Sight is blurry, as if you have the worst vision without wearing glasses. You cannot make heads or tails of what's around you, but all you see beneath you is just blue. Like you're like on the ground, like kneeling, and like you're trying to compose yourself, but almost like waking up from a body you have not used in 20 years. Like you cannot move. Like it's taking you forever just to like breathe, and like occasionally just kind of move your eyes a little bit. And it hurts to open them, but you start to like focus, and yes, they look like huge blobs. But there's only so many huge blobs that have giant red wings, so you can make pretty much an assumption that they
wings.
are right in front of you. about give or take 30 feet, depending on where Alistair is.
I don't think I've really moved.
Okay, so you would see like a large white blob kind of by a large red one, and then right in front of you just see like a tall red one just standing in front of you.
She's just gonna try to stand up, but like can't fucking see shit. So it's like my glasses, like fucking Velma vibes.
I'll
just gonna say, I
do I realize
thought-
she's there?
I mean, once she lands and she starts moving around, you can start hearing a shuffling behind you.
You just hear her muttering behind you, being like, "He said it in fucking work."
I'll reach out a hand and be like, "How did you get here?" And I'll like grab her hand.
Cool, because I can't see your hand, so I'm
Yeah,
just
that's why
like-
I'm grabbing your hand. Shut up.
Stop making it weird.
She bats it away.
Stranger!
Oh,
Stranger,
I
I don't
know
know you!
Perhaps I should.
I don't know you.
A
That's
helping hand.
Get away from me, boy, red blob!
Oh, so you're not dead? As I like shuffled my feet.
After like he's helping you like up and like using his assistance, your eyes start to focus, but does take roughly about a couple minutes till they fully sharpen, but does progressively happen. You start to reacclimate and your body starts to kind of regain its equilibrium.
So did you intentionally come here?
No, we didn't. And Manon, I guess this is our mom. And I like point.
You now, with your vision focus, you do see like a huge, like what looks like angelic figure wrapping her wings around what looks like Azalea. When her feathers move, you occasionally see Azalea's wings with it.
You just hear ugly sobbing. That's all you hear from her.
I missed you so much. I never got to. know
Easy,
you.
easy. It's really hard to dry these off.
Yeah, I was gonna be like
Oh,
ugly
no,
sobbing, where I'm like, "Oh God, she's eating her." But if I hear that, then
Oh,
I'm like, "Oh, okay, it's
Get back,
the
foul
wholesome
beast!
family show, Ryan.
different type of uncomfortable." Okay. Okay.
Nom nom nom.
So you found a pocket dimension. Did,
Oh,
did
okay.
you ask her how to get out?
Mom, where are we? What is this?
She looks back up. She drops her wings down around Azalea, and then she kind of just steps back from Azalea a little bit. She doesn't push away, but she pushes herself away to give herself some room as she kind of like recomposes herself. She lifts her wings back up. There's really not a name for what this is. The Void, Limbo. I've heard some people call it the Realm Amongst Realms. If it has a name, it's not been given one exclusively. I've been kind of here and not. I'm only really here when I'm have time of my own. When I don't have so many voices in my head. I can kind of be within. Think of this as a place of meditation for me. To escape everything that's going on out there.
I don't mean to make this sound.
She just looks past Alistair and sees Manon.
Aren't
as-
you dead?
A valid question.
She just kind of looks at Azalea with a sort of shame, and then she looks back at the both of you. If you're asking if I actually live, that's complicated. I don't have a physical body, if that's what you're asking. I am, well, this is the most I can sell myself into.
I mean, it looks pretty good if you ask me.
But I can only do it here. I've been able to do it,
Oh.
to be honest, maybe 3 times in the physical plane. And each time maybe for 10 seconds at most. And even then, it doesn't always work. And as I do, it slowly depletes what I have left. I'm both... She just, like, looks at her hand as she just kind of, like, looks ashamed by her own flesh. I'm both blessed and cursed with this. I guess sacrificed myself to save everyone, save my friends. I mean, save... And she looks at Zaylee and looks at Alistair. Save you two. I only knew about you for not even 10 minutes, but when I knew about you, I was willing to give it up to make sure that you would be... Well, be.
So, where have you been when you're not here? You said something about not being here and hearing voices.
That's
Yeah, the voices.
curse. If I was anyone else, I would have died. For all intents and purposes, I should have. But the power that allowed me to do what I did was taken from a very, very, very powerful being. A bitch, but a very powerful being.
That's what my mom said too.
And
Copial, right?
yeah, in the final battle, I had 3/4 of her embodiment. And when I died, I didn't absorb the rest, but just like everything, her power was unlimited and therefore cannot be extinguished. And therefore, I have the ability she has. I can't die. But that was only given to me after my body was destroyed. And therefore, I can only exist within dimensions that can hold my power. And she starts to shake as you start to see her kind of like try to shake her hands off, and she kind of like shamefully tries to cover her hands with her wing a little bit. She just kind of like closes her eyes and she looks like she's trying to cover an eye.
Mom?
She just steps back a little bit. She just tries to like step like 10 feet away from you.
You didn't answer the question about voices, Mom.
I also got her personalities.
What do you mean?
I couldn't absorb her power without absorbing her traits. And therefore, this is the best part of me, but if I don't focus on it, if I don't control it, I succumb to it like she did. I succumb to the other voices, the darker parts, the voices that sound like her, the voices that sound like him, the voices that sound like all of them. And she just like steps back a little bit as she like resummons a sword, and she's just holding it back behind her as she just like covering her face, and she's trying to block herself with her wing.
Do you remember?
I'm gonna start looking
talking
for a
to
way
us?
out of here.
You're gonna start looking for... Okay, give me an investigation check.
I'm just like, ooh, this is rough. Is there a door? Oh no. Wait. Okay, never mind. Wasn't as bad as I thought. Just kidding. My investigation is ass. That's an 11.
11. There are
Yep.
portals all over the place, but you did not come through a portal, so you have no idea where these go. And as far as how to get to them, you do not know because they're on different strands. And everything is both a metaphorical and literal leap of faith in here. as there are no bridges that connect to each other, literally dropping down to a next one. You don't know how gravity works in this place. You don't know if you can really just leap off of one of these things and just land on the next one. The drop is significant too. There are no portals on the one that you're on right now, at least for another 500 feet. You do not understand how this place works, and you don't know where the portals go. As she's blocking herself off, as, like, Azalea, give me a perception check.
Then
10?
Mhm.
You start to see, like, the wing that's covering her, it starts to lose its pigmentation. It's still there, but it starts to be grayed out. It starts to look decayed. Her hands start to look malnourished, that's covering as she's trying to hide herself. You start to see that the ripple effect underneath her feet starts to turn black instead of blue. As she immediately just kind of switches off her side and she summons a sword in front of her. Just stand back. I don't want to hurt you.
Mom, you won't. You talked to us before. You tried to help us.
I'm gonna run up behind Azalea at this point
Okay.
and like be like, Azalea, you don't want to hear this. We need to go. This isn't right. Something's wrong.
We can't just leave her. She's here. Alistair, she's here.
Then at a minimum, let's remember this and know that that's a thing. But whatever's happening right now, I don't think this is going to end well. We need to go.
Manon, at this point, because you are looking around, you start to see that a lot of these strands of these floors that are these glass ribbons start to darken. The purity of this place starts to get eldritch in nature. Radiance goes to darkness. Life goes to death. And it starts to slowly decay around the place. You start to literally feel the indestructible glass-like surface beneath you reverberate as if someone's putting a speaker to glass.
I'm just gonna look around at everything getting dark and spooky and feel the glass vibrating underneath my feet and realize I am the one fucking person here that cannot fly. So I'm gonna look at them and be like, for once, I actually agree with Alistair. We should definitely go somewhere away from
I'm
here.
gonna slowly start backing up, just tears streaming down my face, and I'll glance at Alistair and I'll glance back at Mom. We'll find a way. We'll come back.
At this point,
And I'm
she is
gonna-
becoming withered, and she looks like All-Mother.
I'm gonna back away quicker. Not turn my back against her, though.
Okay. Manon, as you're looking around, you start to see someone starting to be behind you, about 60 feet. An ironclad soldier. Just standing there watching. He was not there 10 seconds ago, but he is standing there barring a path. Held up in full armor. Not pristine by any means, it is rusted, but it is well made. Full helm on, and you only see a bluish skin within, but darkest of eyes, golden of pupils, and a long, long halberd in his hand. Trident on one side and spear on the other. He just stands there watching, as you can see the slight squint of his eyes that you can only tell due to the lesson of the golden as he lowers his upper eyelids to cover just a bit as he's just watching you, waiting to see what you're going to do.
He doesn't look friendly.
He's a nice guy. He is generally the sweetest man you're going to find in my campaign. Trust him.
Manon's just like,
You say this a lot.
nope.
I look at the
Now we lose to Mr.
Stop.
Rogers.
I need to stop judging books by their covers, please. Thank you.
No.
I look
It's
this
D&D,
way. There's
son.
a spooky man in iron armor. I look this way. There's a withered hag of my dead essential figurative aunt. And I look at the two people that are
And
on this
welcome,
with me
D&D.
that are normal looking, and I realize that my flights are about to leave. So I'm gonna go over there where they are and hope someone gives me uppies. 'Cause I'm booked.
Quote
as-
of the night.
as you both are
My
starting to get
flights are
surrounded.
about to leave.
She now officially holds her sword, and now she positions it in a way where she's actually pointing your direction. But she's like covering one of the eyes, and she sees the other eye, and you can see the way it's focusing, the way that she's transitioning her actual iris. It looks like she's looking past you, and she looks angry at what she sees in the distance. You can now hear her talk, and when she talks, it's almost like a very eldritch echo coming from her voice. As she just immediately lifts up the sword in your direction. And then she immediately looks as you hear this devilish voice come from her mouth. You won't fucking have them. As she immediately run towards you, and she immediately takes the sword and she's gonna slash the ground beneath your feet, making you fall.
No.
I need all three of you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Flight has been delayed, apparently. So 19.
19.
24.
24. Nice. Come on now, listener. Don't drop the ball, man.
14.
Fuck. Okay. As you guys fall,
I have wings.
it's the wings actually don't work in this area. As you fall through, you're trying to flap your wings, and it's like it's not grabbing anything. It's almost like there's an absence of air, and you're like just falling like a weight, like a dumbbell just dropping down. We're gonna switch back to the other group of three. At this point,
Come on, guys, run the fun.
knowing what's going on, Aiden is basically grabbing every mixture he can think of and throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks. He is really going through, he's grinding stuff down, he's doing everything. He's like, at this point, he's dumping it in there, he's like grinding stuff down, he's going through, he keeps dumping in there, and it kind of pops back, and he kind of wets off his face, he keeps doing it again, he kind of keeps going. As this is going on, I need an Arcana check or a religion check from Nova, Bjorn, and Ronin. You guys start to see things change.
Arcana or what? I'm sorry.
Arcana or religion.
For religion is not my specialty, and that is a natural fucking one.
Oh, bummer.
Or two.
It's 18 plus 4 for Arcana.
Okay, and Bjorn?
19 for religion.
Okay. Nova, as far as Arcana, you can see what he's doing, and it looks like it's not like he's wasting, he's not going to destroy this thing by doing it. It just looks like he's keep throwing in concoctions to see if he can basically break like the seal to just allow anybody to go in, and he hasn't tried this before because he's been afraid to, use up materials, but at this point, he's got less than curiosity on his mind. It's now for protection. Bjorn, you start to sense and see something more obtuse going on. Within this, you start to see that as he's putting things in, and in the time in between, the bowl starts to glow. And you start to notice it's starting to, the bowl itself, the well itself, you can start realizing that the well itself is not only a carrier for this, but it's also a protection seal. And you can tell based off the incantations on it that whatever's happening inside is affecting the well itself. As you start to see like cracks going on between it, and like these purplish, faintish glows of eldritch tentacles start to kind of come through. Not physical, but almost like spiritual, as if it's basically showing you what's inside. Not too indifferent from being on Dahlia and Soma's castle. While the battle's going on, there was these spiritual eldritch Cthulhu-like tendrils that were coming through the clouds. Not too indifferent from that.
You share with the class.
I do.
Oh, that's not good. No.
We may want to cover.
Mr. Headmaster, I don't think that's normal.
He just hastens himself even further. I'm going as fast as I can. As he's like, at this time he's not even grinding stuff. He's just taking like his robotic arm. He's just like smashing his hand. He's just like pouring it in, and he's just trying to do what he can.
Is there anything I can do to help? I'm just saying, like, as he's doing
just be ready. He's just like, just be ready. As he's like being sporadic. He's like the father that's like, wait to fucking hurry up. Like it's and it's Ronin at this point. As you're getting stressed off, you start to hear a voice in your head that you were not alerted to because of the unfortunate no good arcana, no good religion. You start to hear a voice of an eldritch entity that you've heard many times as a grunt in your head. They are mine. Now we can make a pact. Come join me. Come join your friends. And we can officially talk.
Oh, fuck no. I am going to use my necklace to hide from whoever the fuck this is.
Okay. All of a sudden the voice just stops.
So she disappears.
The voice just stops. When you do that, the actual well starts to shake, like under anger. At this point,
I would like to kick up.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go.
I would like to kick over the headmaster's desk and jump over it and grab. Grab no. I imagine the headmaster's desk is opposite of the well.
It's like linear to it, but yeah.
Yeah, I flip that over and I will try to grab Ronin and Nova and take cover.
Okay. At this point, he just immediately just like, fuck it. He just like takes everything, just smashes it together, just throws it in there as the well starts to erupt. All right. No time like the fucking present. And he just immediately just like looks, where the hell are you? Get your ass over here.
Is that going to go boom?
If you get over there now, you won't have to worry about it.
Okay.
He just starts counting down 9, 8, 7, 6. As he starts to carry the protection spell.
What's going on? What are we doing?
Just get close.
Probably next to him is the safe place to be. Safest place to be. So I'm going to go stand next to him.
Okay. As he counts down to 1, immediately a thing just explodes, and all 3 of you just go blank for a second. We're gonna take a break for 10 minutes. We'll grab.
I can't get in either. We're at a stalemate.
All right, we're back.
Technology is working better than yours.
All right, so for the first group, with your dexterity saving throws, you don't see where you land, but you find yourself on cobblestone. Alistair, you land, and however you land, it just you feel sore. You're only gonna take 5 points of bludgeoning damage. You're not quite sure how you're taking it, but you're just feeling like this cobblestone beneath you.
Are we gonna put it on the stream then?
Yep, hang on a second.
The fancy map.
The fancy-ish map. Yeah.
I reach out and touch myself and heal.
All right, just like that.
With this, before you guys can even adjust your eyes, you hear a storm. Lightning randomly is the only thing that blurs your eyes. Thunder cracking as if you're afraid that's going to be striking anywhere near you any second. Rain coming down so hard that if it wasn't water, it would slash your skin. The wind gusting crazy. For the 2 of you with wings, you can feel like the push against your wings, almost like tugging you off the ground, as like it's pulling your feathers in a certain direction. As all 3 of you stand up, you do, quickly acclimate to this area, as you find yourself in a very disturbed, very haunted town, quiet as death itself. The storm seems never ending as you look up in the sky and you see no breakage into the clouds itself. Constant darkness with only a little bit of gray of where the storm is coming through and the occasional light that strikes through it. Gotta change this. For the first three that landed, give me an investigation check or a perception check on your surroundings.
See if it'll roll on roll 20. It did!
It totally did roll. Wow.
15. So excited my
24.
technology.
It's 24. Okay.
14.
14. For the
Your
15,
computer's like saying, I was bad.
for
I'm
the
gonna
15
let
and the
you in."
14, for the 15 and the 14, the storm itself is extremely loud. Being able to hear anyone past 30 feet is difficult the way it is. You guys gotta be close enough to hear each other. For 24, for a 24, with the occasional pause and the thunder strike, you hear a few things in distance. And when I say distance, I say quite far away, and you can't see them. You occasionally hear a scream within the storm. To your friends, you can probably assume that they think it is a storm itself because it kind of screams like a banshee out in the storm, and it kind of matches the storm and the thunder itself. Added to that, you randomly hear like a spike of energy. Again, it would sound like a strike coming down to the ground, but this almost sounds like someone just got teleported in somewhere. Like you can almost hear like the beam of light strike down as if someone got teleported to the other side of town.
Is everybody okay?
As soon as you say that, immediately you just start hearing a ah as all three of you start to fall like straight in. And then the three of you drop in. The three of you, because you did not have a planned drop, each of you are going to take 5 points of bludgeoning damage for this.
Ow.
Boop boop.
And
You're gonna boop us so we don't get
You're
it?
gonna boop us? Okay.
Okay.
Hey. Well, if she's got the time before we start, let her do it.
all right, so everybody gets their hit points back. Then you just keep getting boop 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 boop.
As I'm
Did-
boop and healing, how'd you guys get here?
Well, headmaster.
Is Aiden here?
The
I
I don't know
Headmaster.
what something
I turn and
something
look.
just teleported
She's
on the
not
other
here.
side of town.
Of course, he didn't come in with us.
I think we have a bigger problem. Something just popped in on the other side of town.
Where
What
the
time?
hell even are we?
I don't know, but
I mean, I don't think we have
Popped
time
where?
to really figure that out. We might-
For the
I'll
three
point
who
in the
just
direction.
landed, you can give me investigation checks or perception checks.
Let's do a perception. Just for the
Perception.
and also because it's better.
Oh, that was not so good.
Jesus, dice. 8.
You need to like teach your dice a lesson. Like put them in some fucking jail. Like it's you know.
Right? I'm like
And
I've used
perception.
3 different dice and they have all been garbage.
Oh, I just got an 8.
And what'd you
That's
get, Bjorn?
all for perception.
10
10.
perception.
Added to what I've already said,
None of
no
us
one's
see
really discerns
shit.
everything. Right now, Alistair's the only one that's able to hear the 2 sounds in distance. Other than that, yeah, like past the 30 feet of sound, the storm is so aggressive that like if any of you decide to walk too far past, your voice is muffled to everyone else because the storm is so aggressively strong. Even like the sight, like if one of you decides to like walk ahead just like 30 feet to look out, the amount of rain that's coming down, it kind of like if you didn't know who the person was, it would kind of blur them a little bit to you.
I'm gonna turn to Alistair. You don't think she followed us, did she?
I don't want to find out.
I
I
don't
got my
either.
swords out just in case.
Oh,
But we need to figure out how to get out of here.
so what did we just drop into, I guess? Oh no.
Your guess is as good as
Okay.
mine, but
We should probably try to find some cover, right?
He
Or
didn't tell
run?
you how to get out. He just sent you in.
That's the
No
problem.
hiding it out.
He hasn't even been able to figure out how to get into this previously.
He was chucking stuff at it and it went poof.
Great. Great.
The only logical hypothesis he had is that you had to know someone that was already inside.
No,
Which
but have
would
you heard
explain-
of something called the space between?
Oh, he should
Have
be
I?
able to get in.
DM has never heard of that.
What do you call it, Alistair?
I think it was the space between is what you called it.
The realm between realms.
Okay, sorry, realm between realms.
Okay, I was just seeing what you were going to call it. You would know that, Nova. You would know that. The realm between realms, there are 3 specific ones that exist within your... between the realms that is known. These represent limbo and a sort of purgatory itself outside of just a standard limbo of sorts. But it is also
It's
considered...
not the. Go
it,
ahead. Sorry.
these specific spots naturally exist on their own, but they can be moved. They are never known exactly where they originate because they are the most potent source of magic, and more times than not, when they are discovered, they are eaten by one of the creatures I referred to. And therefore, these realms now exist within those creatures, and they essentially hold one of these pocket dimensions within them. These realms themselves hold keys to get anywhere. They are like a skeleton key to go wherever you see fit. But it is not necessarily locations that it goes to. You don't know what that means past that, but you do know it's a skeleton key for everything.
And it's different than the far realm.
The far realm is actually a realm itself. These are dimensions.
Okay. Well, yes, that means we're in a dimension. It sits between realms, not the far realm, but like sits in between. They're usually a very big source of magic, but then they usually get gobbled up by, well, previous creatures that feed on, magic. And so pretty much we can go anywhere. They're kind of like a key to every spot of the realm, but not destinations. Sometimes it gets very distorted and changed.
I'll add
within.
one more thing, because you got an answer 20 way earlier about knowing this stuff. 2 things technically. One is if a god decides to abandon their post and give up being in the material plane, they must first transfer through one of these pocket dimensions before they can move on. With that, this is also considered a hiding spot for gods. If they decide to say that we don't want to follow the rules of other gods, they can hide in here. The only people that can successfully survive and hide in these realms has to have an extremely high power of magic, like exceeding a basic god.
Well, good news and bad news, I guess. Because these pocket dimensions exist and you have to have lots of magic, it's also somewhere where gods, if they're not in the material world anymore, they need to pass through. But bad news, they can hide here also. So if they don't want to follow the rules that normal gods follow, they could try to hide into one of these, but they would have to have lots of magic to stay.
So we might come across other gods
Which
who are not going to be too happy to
Yes.
see us.
Well, that doesn't sound like we can stay then, so what happens to us?
That's the thing we need to figure out. Well, there's keys around. It can be used to portal to different areas, but it's not quite a. I don't know how to explain it. It's not.
Lightning
it's
strikes.
Not an
You
actual
immediately start hearing
destination.
something come towards you.
Okay, maybe we
I
should
think
just keep
talking
it-
time
we
is
need to-
done, and I'll
Sorry.
I'm
start.
gonna
Where we
pick a
came
direction
from, that's the
opposite
point.
of what's coming at us
Fine.
and start be like, let's go and
Yeah.
start moving.
Um,
could
as you
run
start
that
to
way.
run in the opposite direction, you don't see what's coming, but you feel like as it moves, wind moves with it. Almost like a sort of a mini tornado moves with it, of sorts. Not like even large enough to reach the sky, but enough to conjure itself a wind source around it. But you do not see it from the distance, but you hear like a screaming move with it. As you start to run in the opposite direction of where it's coming from, Alistair, you would know the direction that it's coming from. If you go the opposite direction, you're heading towards the beam of light that struck from the ground as far as the teleportation. As you were starting to go in that direction, I will say that like where you guys started, you guys were in like an alleyway of sorts. Like you guys are kind of like within a town, but you're kind of like within this like kind of like the more residential like alleyway of it, and then you get to like the main intersection where you see like the main drag of town, and you can see like there's a spot in the ground where it looks like something struck here, but then you see like all of a sudden like Alistair, yeah, because you're looking for it, you see in the distance, you see from like one building to another, you see a group of people like running throughout the storm, and they're immediately running and they go into the building across the street. It's going to be, I gotta remember how many people it is. It is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people.
I'm gonna guess they're too far away to make out details.
You can give me a perception check. It's going to be very high DC, but you can give me a perception check to at least get some bits and pieces that are not maybe so specific. But only you, because you're the one who's looking out for it.
18.
18. I'll say 2 things. They all wearing the exact same... They're all wearing a uniform. It's hard to really tell the colors. You can't tell if it's a rain, but it looks like they're all wearing like a blue. They all have like a varied version of it, but it looks like they have some kind of uniform. And... they definitely look like they are actively looking for something, not running away from something.
You like cut? You said actively looking, then it cut out.
Oh, I'm sorry. It looks like they're actively looking for something, not running from something.
Okay. So all right. So we have courtyard, burnt hole. We have 4 people running through buildings, and we have a light beacon tower that we're running towards currently.
All right, so I'll explain. So you guys got like a large way ahead. Where they came from looks like a small building. It looks like it wasn't like it's not like a tower. It looks like they teleported through, like they came out of a certain building that they teleported from, probably through like a teleportation circle. They ran across the street to like another building. Without you getting close, you don't know what these buildings are, but they look like small businesses. In the distance, with as far as your vision can see, it looks like it does, like this road is roughly about like 40 feet wide. It's the main drag of this town. The town's surrounded by a forest, very, very high. And at the distance, it kind of curves a little bit to the left. And therefore, past that, you can't see anything. But it does look like as it goes through further into town, the businesses get a little bit more, either larger or maybe more pristine. The businesses where they just came out of looks like it's only about 60 feet away from you.
Is Alistair the only person that can see these people running?
He's the only one who would have seen them when they came back because he knew of the actual source. So he was the only one looking for it. So you got, by the time you guys finally looked around there, they would have already entered in the other building.
Okay. We're in a physical place, right? We're getting rained on right now. I look like a wet cat.
It seems physical. The cobblestone beneath your feet is solid. The water coming down is wet. And like any time that like maybe you touch something that will cut you, you physically do get cut.
I don't know. This is an opportune moment to talk because we're actively getting chased by something, right?
Well, you guys left an area.
That is the vibe.
You left an area where you were, where something was coming towards you. We kind of paused for a second. You don't know if it's currently following you or not, but you do hear it in the distance because you don't see it. So you don't know if it's currently following you or not.
There are businesses around us.
There are.
Right? There's like
So to get to these businesses, you have to leave the alleyway that you started in and start going to the main drag. That's where the people rent there. That's where the other people are in that main drag. So they're in the center of town. That's where the businesses are. You guys were in the
Right.
alleyway.
there's no side entrance into a build. I'm just trying to get out of the rain and from whatever the fuck this is.
Go on the main drag and then go into one of the buildings. Go the first one you got.
Just gonna motion everyone and hope they could see me and be like, let's go. And I'm gonna book it around the corner, find the nearest building door,
Okay.
and open it or bust through it
Okay.
to get us in there.
You
so
run
we
like
can
forward 60
hide.
feet, like you go up like these steps, like to like this balcony that kind of like leads into this door, and you enter a door where they left from. The looks like something broke the glass, but someone nailed up some wood panels to it to kind of cover it up. You get inside, the door is not locked, but also looks like the hinges have been kind of busted. So like there's like a kind of like someone made like a makeshift kind of like a drawdown piece of wood to hold it shut, but it's not strong enough to keep it locked in case someone does too much force to it. But you do make your way in. Based off the way this looks, is whatever this place is, as far as where they started, this looks like a very, very shitty destroyed tavern. Like whether the storm destroyed it or stop smiling. Whether the storm destroyed it or
immediately.
whether the storm destroyed it or whether or not the place was already kind of ripped up beforehand. This place has definitely taken a lot of damage quite recently.
Are people following? Can I rush us in here?
Yeah.
No, I mean, you guys are inside. As far as you
Yeah.
know,
Following.
whatever was following you is not following anymore, but you can still hear the screaming outside somewhere. But the sound is hard to originate, to specify its point.
Val, you were muted, by the way.
Where are you? What is that? What are we doing?
I'm
I
gonna
don't
try
know.
to barricade the door.
I will join her in that. Already on it.
Okay. You shove up some like broken table pieces and some chairs. Nothing is like in one piece around here. Everything's kind of destroyed. You kind of like shove some stuff in. As you move stuff around, you do see how they got here. It looks like a very, very sophisticated like teleportation pad. You don't know how you would operate it. It looks like it requires like a specific kind of, like user to use it. But it looks like it is quite sophisticated.
And I try
In this tavern?
to
Yeah.
investigate it.
You can investigate. Yeah, sure. Give me an investigation check.
I'm not even focused on the teleportation pad. I'm just looking at everyone. I'm like, I don't think that this is a pocket dimension because we're getting rained on, and this seems like a very physical place. Is it possible we just got teleported somewhere?
It's possible.
Said that it's like a key that could go anywhere. Did we go somewhere?
The thing is, like, I don't know if it is.
What'd you get, Azalea?
Can it go? Can it
19.
go other places, or can it go in different times too? I don't know how those realms work. It says that it. All I know is that those areas are the magic in there can teleport you to places, but not just physical places.
I will say that
So-
you would know that the ability of these is not time travel.
Okay.
Time travel is different kind of magic. You assume that even though this magic well exceeds the ability to be able to do time travel, that is not what these are for.
But maybe not.
I mean, someone
Maybe
could
not.
still
Maybe we
technically
are in
time
a
travel
physical
using
place.
these, but like that's not like their purpose.
Maybe we are in a physical place. I don't. Did anything look familiar to anybody?
No.
I look
No,
around the group.
but to be fair, we lived in a pocket dimension, and there was rain and other things that existed there.
That's true.
Were tangible.
I'm gonna start looking around for like desks and stuff to find like a newspaper or logs or any signs that are like "Welcome to blah blah blah," especially if it's a tavern.
The old Northwest
Investigation
Herald.
check. Investigation check.
I was gonna say also, player to DM, do I get any anything about where we're at? Or can I roll?
What are you trying to do?
Can I?
Well, we asked if anybody saw anything familiar.
Saw anything familiar with?
Does Bjorn
Within
know
the
what this
pocket
place
realm.
is?
Oh,
Yeah.
Does it look familiar to him?
no, nothing.
If not, that's fine, and we can
nothing.
just skip
Nothing
the
looks
roll.
familiar to you. No, nothing is familiar to you. No.
Alright.
Can
Cool,
I
cool,
just
cool,
assist Manon so
Yeah.
that
All
they
right, Manon
can...
advantage.
Okay.
Please, God, give me advantage. I rolled a 2.
I did. I assist you.
Gang, natural 20.
Oh,
Natural 20, gang.
Okay,
Shout out to Nova, MVP of the night. All right, MVP of the night, Nova.
I will because of that. I guess if you want to, Nova, you have. I'll give you advantage. On your
You
next
cut
roll
out.
You
too.
cut out.
Oh,
No, you
You're
cut
cutting
out. I feel like this is
You're-
juicy.
Eat the mic.
Eat the mic.
Okay.
Oh,
This is
Well,
not
that's a
an
different
Someone screenshot
content.
You're right.
Someone screenshot that.
Okay.
Uh,
That kind of stream, folks.
All right, so with the natural 20, there is very few things in here that is still either dry enough that has any legibility to it, or isn't broken where it's impossible to puzzle it together. But there is like 2 specific things that are in here. First one, a lot of the stuff on information of it is like rubbed off on it, but it looks like it's like a local town paper. And a lot of things on it are missing due to the dampness of it. But one of it is showing that that this is taken as I can't remember exactly. Year 22. A lot of stuff is damp. And then it specifically shows like whenever this specific printed or was made, looks like a lot of people tried to it was trying to advise people how to evacuate town. With the natural 20, the last thing
Year 22?
Yeah.
Or I'm 22, because I'm 19.
year 22.
Year 22. Okay. All right.
Jesus Christ.
Continue, DM. I'm paying attention. If I
Okay,
had a tinfoil hat, it'd be fucking on right
focus.
now.
Focus.
Get this girl a tinfoil hat.
All right.
With a natural 20, what DM? What was
So
the
the
other
last thing you
give me?
get is you find out this is a sign that was for inside this tavern. And as you wipe it off to see what the name of the town is for a tavern, you see the town's name is Elfeed.
Let's fucking do it!
You knew, I'm gonna wake up this whole camp right now. I fucking okay. Cool.
You guys did clock it. You said it in the chat, so.
I was like, what other rainy, sad town is there?
Rainy Sad Mountains, but this is the rainiest.
No, there were more
I've
clues.
ever
There
done
were more clues than that. But I immediately got vibes.
What
Okay,
other
we're
rainy
cool.
sad town?
That's on their billboard. We're the best rainy sad.
Do you like rain? Do you like sadness? Welcome to Elfeed. We got you.
All right, add it
Just
to the
like, "Ha,
commercial
curveball,
list.
you're
Add it to the
Ravenloft
commercial
now,
list.
bitch.
Of course, the princess from Shadowfell got it.
So about that teleportation.
These are my people.
Yeah, about
I
that
know my
teleportation circle.
campaigns.
All right, so
This is where Shadowfell people vacate.
so the teleportation circle itself, compared to regular teleportation circles, this one's actually made with like it's not just like a rune in the ground. It actually looks like someone built this here, using metal and wires and everything like that. It has its own internal power supply, and it looks like it's only a point to point. It looks like you can't just use this just to go wherever you want. It looks like this is just like a receiver node. Like if you're standing on this, you're only allowed to go back to the source. But it looks like this has been here for at least maybe a week. There was a logo, a brand on it, and it specifically has a circle with 6 wings.
Well, that looks. I'm assuming that looks familiar to me,
Yeah,
and I back away. I don't think we should use this teleportation circle. I'm pretty sure that that's the symbol of Cocopio, and I can't say it'll lead anywhere safe. I don't know how to get out, but I don't think we should use that.
Who is standing by the windows at all? Is anybody standing by the windows?
Was the newspaper by the windows?
No, newspaper was further into the bar itself.
I would
Okay.
Is it on the window or the wall?
Okay, for anybody who's by
I'm
the windows,
looking out the windows.
Hear it
If-
because I didn't got very far because I'm still trying to figure out what the hell is going on.
okay, so if you're by the windows, you start to hear a battle happen outside. You start to hear as like these giant steps are going outside. As you start to see something in the distance, you can't see who's fighting this thing, but at random, like out of like this, you see like a group of like 4 people like run out from what looks like this like a barn kind of area, and they immediately run out. They try to attack, and they're fighting like this large creature. They're trying to do their best to fight this creature. One of them like lights up their sword and tries to like use it as a light source. And they start to move around, and eventually after fighting it, they start running up hills somewhere and going out of your sight.
I mean,
You said that, and all of a sudden that song stopped and got stuck in my head.
What song?
Running uphill song.
Oh,
Oh,
Quite a
Does this thing-
brouhaha outside.
Does this thing seem to be following them?
yes.
Okay. Yeah, but that's the distraction I think we needed. That thing's chasing them.
Agreed. Better them than us.
I thought Cocopio was dead.
she.
Right?
Well,
I'm gonna hold
that's
up the
just a symbol. It
newspaper
doesn't necessarily
and
mean
be
it's-
like, we're not in our. This is dated year 22.
Wait, what?
Oh. Wait.
I'm gonna hold out the paper for everyone.
What does
This
that
is dated
mean?
year 22. We're apparently in a town called Elfeed.
Oh.
I don't know anything about that.
Where's that?
Oh.
Oh,
Lord. Can I have the piece of paper?
I'm holding it out.
I'll take it. Collect and just stuff it in. I'm expecting there's like a folder in the back of my book. Just stuffing all these.
You just like
Probably
unfold it,
already.
and then you get. It's like it turns into this little thing. It just like unfolds this big
Let's
thing.
be honest, it's a binder. It's a binder at this point.
This one has a folder in the back of this book.
it's actually just a pocket folder of holding.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ye old hole punch. Plus
Ye old-
plus 2
ye old
hole
trapper
punch to
keeper.
Amber.
Damn, is there an
Trapper.
upstairs?
Oh,
Is there what?
Is there an upstairs?
There is, but the steps to them are well beyond destroyed. But it looks like you could get up there. You can fly, so you could get up there. But anybody who would have to walk would have a lot more difficulty.
I'm going to get up there for a better view of the town.
Okay. You start walking up there. It's a small little like hallway. A couple of the rooms are destroyed. It looks like this is kind of like if someone stayed up on the second floor. You go into the one room that isn't destroyed, and you see someone just stare back at you as you just see someone just like squint their eyes, and they immediately just run through the window and immediately jump down and try to escape you.
You just hear. "Eep." And that's it.
I'm sure we
I'm gonna
would've-
go to the window and look out and see where they went.
You just they kind of like move within the storm. It's hard to tell. All you see is someone wearing like kind of like dark browns and oranges run away. They're definitely trained to be quiet and stealthy. Like as soon as like you blink and you just like lose sight of them in the storm.
Is this the person that ran down the stairs to escape? You said that there was someone that she ran into, right?
Well, there's so like
ran out the
she
window.
they jumped out the
They
window
jumped
to
out the
escape her.
window.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought I could body them, but I can't, so never mind.
Can I still see
Oil.
them at all, or are they completely gone?
They're completely gone. But as you're looking outside, you start to see the lightning is striking a lot more aggressively. Coming down, at this point, it's like striking like every 5 seconds until you finally, like slow motion, start to see it coming towards your direction. And as you try to move back, immediately, all of you just immediately just blink your eyes as you do it, and something happened, but you don't know what it is. Everything looks the same, but you don't know what happened.
I'm gonna head back downstairs. There was somebody upstairs. I don't know where they went. They went out the window, but they were fast. But there was someone here.
I love that the wrong
Right?
characters are running into the wrong characters. I know what you're fucking doing, Joe! I know what you're doing.
This doesn't make any
Wait,
sense.
Azalea might know what character that is. Possibly.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, hang on. Perception check from Azalea, please.
back.
It took me a minute. I was
I-
like, who's in browns and oranges? And then I thought about it. I was like, wait, there was one person
Yeah,
at Elf.
20 for a 27.
You ran into a very young version. You ran into a very young version of Ren. She just ran away from you.
Okay, so I go back downstairs, and I look at Alistair. I think that was Uncle Ren, just younger.
Ren?
Ren.
Ren.
Who's
Ren.
Who's
Ren, Ren, Ren.
Of course,
Ren.
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 Run.
We're just turning into Pokemon now at this point.
Who's Ren?
Ren.
Who is that NPC?
Dun, 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 dun.
Azalea.
You killed my family.
It's Ren. Hello, my name is Ren.
I know everything.
I know
They-
everything.
They look younger and different. I mean, it was a very fast view, but they ran.
You're
They saw me.
absolutely
They
sure.
ran. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Who is this?
They saw you? Like, yeah, who is
I'm assuming Roni is just like at the end of it. She's like, "What has happened? Who is Ren? What are we doing?"
Ren was a friend of our dad's that was honestly one of the
Very
only
bad
people that came to the pocket dimension that we were able to see.
Here's a question for Alistair and
here?
Azalea. Sorry.
Yeah, why not?
Question I have. How would
Yeah, sure.
would Ren tell you everything about his adventures? Would he have told you everything?
They probably would have told us most. I can see Hades trying to have them not tell
Ren-
us.
I think
everything.
Ren would have told us about when they traveled with everybody. I don't think Ren would have told us why they were in this town and that's how they originally met. They probably would have just said like they met on the boat or
Fair.
something for the first
Okay,
time. I'm guessing.
sounds good. All right, continue.
I'm gonna say Ren told Manon about this, but Manon's definitely forgotten about it.
Fair.
Out of spite that Dahlia didn't want them to tell Manon a lot of stuff. So
Quick, somebody phone a
Yeah.
friend and message Kayla.
Oh.
Kayla is probably resting.
But so
okay,
wait,
you're absolutely positive it was Ren.
I am.
Wait, did you
I'm- Yeah.
did Ren visit you also?
who is Ren?
No, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna point to
Friend
the
of your parents be
newspaper
doing
that
here.
Nova now has. It's like year 22, Elfeed. Ren, young Ren is here. Are we absolutely positive we didn't do some sort of weird time travel?
I'm not sure. I
You're
think
22 of what?
Of the realm, I'm guessing.
of the past.
Okay, so if it's not time travel, kind of experienced something kind of like this when we were in your head, Manon. Like, we saw memories. So, is that what we're doing? Are we in someone's memory?
Did
Who's
maybe we didn't get taken to the place? Maybe the place got brought inside the pocket dimension.
Is this Aiden's memory? I mean, I don't know.
Well, you said your mom was here. Is it your mother's memory?
is
Yeah, I
it?
guess it could be. She had a life before she met her dad, and never really talked about it. Didn't really know a whole lot about it.
Said she was in here, right? So we've
She
not come out
was
at all.
here.
We've not come out at all. We're still inside.
Well, we might be. It's just a hypothesis. I mean, yes, definitely you could use
Okay,
the
then
magic
maybe
that are in these dimensions for time travel, but usually it's not used for that. So
Head hurts. There's just
Okay,
Uh,
so let's go off the running theory that this is a memory. Then maybe that circle won't take us somewhere that it's not supposed to. Let's go activate that teleportation circle and see what happens.
Well, let's not go in it. But
Well, I think
But
that's
if
the only
it's
way to find out where it
if
goes.
someone comes through.
won't it take
You
you
want to
to
stay
the place
here?
that it went to?
Not
I'm just
necessarily.
saying,
I
and
don't
the
know.
fact that if this is a memory, then we don't have anything to worry about because it's not going to take us anywhere. If this is not a
Are
memory
you
and we are
sure
stuck in
about
some
that?
time loop, I'm not. So I'm saying if we get in this time teleportation circle thing and it's not a memory and we get bamfed somewhere that even our parents don't talk about, we probably shouldn't do that.
Nova, you said there's keys here or something that can take people in and out.
yeah, there's ways to. It's like a skeleton key. It can take you
Okay,
in and out.
What do those look like?
I don't know actually.
Then this could be a key. I think we have to try.
I think it's worth it. Try.
I'm not stepping on that thing.
I'll step in it.
I'll go.
But how
I'm not letting you guys
when-
go alone.
if we either have to go all together or not at all? I don't
Look,
think we
worst comes
should
to worst.
separate.
Let's go maybe find somebody here and ask them questions. Clearly not youthful Ren, but
Clearly.
I mean, this is a memory.
One
I
person
don't
ran
know. if-
away. The others are having a big fight with a giant whatever. Who are we
It's
going to ask?
mem-
What are they going to know?
If
Who
it's
you gonna
memory,
call?
we might not. There might not be anybody to ask.
we're going off of the suspicion that this is a memory. I'm just saying, what if it's not a memory? Like, aren't pocket dimensions weird? There were all those
Yes.
different portals in places when we were there previously. Who's to say that it's not some weird soup?
Okay, what is your answer then? What's your plan?
Somebody and interview them?
Okay, and if this is a memory, do you think they're going to know how to get out of here?
If it's not
No,
a
but
memory,
maybe
you
we
seen
can ask them
anybody
that.
else?
Why
Questions
you
to
guys
figure
do
out
it.
if it is a memory or if this is actively something that happened in the past, to which I feel like if we want to be born, we should probably not fuck that up.
Here's the thing. If there's anyone here, whether it's real or not, do you think they want to be here? If they know how to get out, don't you think they would?
There's. I mean,
I'm gonna
no
look
one's
over at
really mapped
Alistair.
out. No one's really mapped out all of these pocket dimensions. I mean, they don't usually survive, and usually a lot of people can't get into them. So, there's not. We're in, uncharted places.
I'm gonna start unbarricading the door to go out.
Okay. Doors unbarricaded.
I walk outside.
Okay. As
I don't want to be anywhere near this teleportation circle. I know enough to know Cocopial bad, so I
the storm is very very
I paid
strong.
attention enough to Ren.
The storm is very, very strong, but you don't hear any of the large footsteps or the battle going on with the large creature.
I'm gonna peek my head out. Manon, at least don't go wandering alone. I don't know if we're using it, if we're not using it, but we shouldn't wander.
Should we if we go together, should we mark the place so we can find it again, just in case? To come back to
I
it?
don't know if there's anybody else in this town. I don't know what we'll find.
I'm just saying if we could do both things, try to find someone. If we can't find someone, come back and try to activate the teleportation circle.
Do
I'm
I
gonna
see a
unpost
sign
my-
still hanging? Go ahead. You go, Bjorn.
No, you can go right.
Do I see a sign somewhere still hanging for this tavern that I can at least like clock what the name is?
Yeah, it's just the Elfie Inn.
God, feed in. That fucking place. Writing that as though I've never written that name before. I just point up to the sign and I'm just like, we know it's here.
Okay.
Fair enough. It's not going anywhere, I hope. And if it is, well, that's another clue that it's not a real place.
Yeah, I just don't think we should split up. Just in
No.
case it is a memory.
No.
Or even if it's
I
not.
agree.
We don't know where we are.
Also,
We need
We
to
do
find
find a way
outta
to get
here.
out and get somewhere else. We'd never find everyone else if we did it separately.
so if this place isn't a memory and we are somehow in some kind of time loop, hopefully we don't run into any other people you guys know. We don't want to mess up with time.
Whatever we do, we should stay hidden. I don't want what was behind us to follow us.
And if it is, if you're right, Manon, and it's not, and we're somehow in this place for real, you're worrying about your parents happening, whatever. If we interrupt them, aren't we going to interfere with that?
Right. My plan's ideally not to run into them, but if we can run into somebody
Okay.
else here, ask some
Or
questions.
anyone else?
If I could suggest lean off against the wall I was posted on. It seems whether it is a memory or a pocket dimension that Ronin, myself, Nova really don't have any connection as far as we know. So we maintained a stronghold, protect it, prepare it, and we go hunting, perhaps find someone we can bring back to interview, as Manan said. And if that doesn't work, we have a fall safe. We take the portal, hell or not.
Look,
And
as long
then
as we
we're
don't
not
get in-
interfering with your guys' futures, past, presents, whatever the hell this is.
Look, as long as we don't run into Ren and mess up that timeline, and them running into whoever down the line, we know that there's other people here, so we can figure out and talk to them. All I know is that I look at Alistair, I'm like, if that teleportation circle works and it bamps us somewhere else, and it has to do with Cacopial, we should not mess with that.
I'm just looking at it as we need a way out of here. If this is still the pocket dimension, then I would assume that there is certain gates or points that would take you to other like parts of that pocket dimension. A teleportation circle just kind of makes sense that would be one. And didn't you say in the
Sure,
note
we're
that
in a
everyone was
pocket
evacuated from
dimension.
this place?
Yeah, but there's obviously not everyone.
Is there another way to tell if it's real? Because if we talk to people, will they even know? Would we be able to tell from that?
It is a very good question.
maybe we could. Maybe they'll say things that seem weird, and it'll be very clear that it's not real. I don't know. I'm just asking.
Whatever we do, we can't stay right here. We don't know what's coming. We don't know what's out there.
Aiden didn't come with you guys.
No, he did not.
He was throwing everything about, and then there was a flash when we were here.
Pretty much it looked like
He seemed quite put out that you got in when he's been trying.
He got lucky.
It
Is
looked
my
like
opinion.
It really looked like the void well was about to break.
Yeah, I'm gonna Arcana the circle with a 17.
Yeah. 17? Okay. So the circle itself falls on the same parameters as I mentioned, is that it has to have someone who has the correct parameters to be able to use it, but it would just send you to only one location, which is back to its source. As far as anything past that, seems like it follows the parameters as if it really exists.
So is it like a Stargate?
It's on the floor. It's on the ground. It's not. It's flat on the ground.
No, but you're like saying like certain code.
No, it's like it only recognizes certain people to step on it. So it looks like it requires something like only certain users can use it. More in context of like transportation for Starship Enterprise and stuff like that.
I'm gonna step on it to see if it activates.
Okay, it starts to turn on.
So then, in theory, okay, if it starts to turn on, I'm gonna be like, this thing should only work for certain people. If this is the real deal, then it shouldn't be activating for me.
True.
I agree.
I'm gonna go stand by my brother.
Okay, it starts humming a little bit louder.
I look at Manon. It's a way out.
We should try.
Manon,
It seems logical.
It's only logic.
I know of Cocopial as well. This is, but what if Alistair says is right? What if this can get us out of here and it's not going to take us to her?
I'll hesitate at the door and I'll sigh and just walk onto the portal. But I'm glaring daggers. I always say it backwards. I'm glaring daggers.
You're daggering glares.
I'm glaring. I'm daring glaggers. That's what I always say.
Confirmed. All right.
I'm
glaring at him, and I say, "If you are wrong, I will punch you in the face for free. Like I get a free punch in the face."
I'll also walk out and clap her on the shoulder. And also,
as soon as I see Manon has relented, I am on that circle like boom.
I hate it here. You know what I meant.
I would have stepped on it as soon as it was.
As each person steps on it, seems to hum a little bit louder.
Okay. All right. We're alone here.
Anything happening?
Manon, did you go on it too? Did you go on it, Manon?
I did.
All
and
right.
I said I got a free punch to his face. That's what I said.
Agree to that deal.
Things go quiet for
give a
like
shit.
everything goes white for like 5 seconds and it goes quiet. Before you start to see things, you start to hear birds chirp. You start to hear like laughter and happiness. I'm gonna change the song.
That's definitely not Blades.
I would just like to point out that in the reverse of this, if I'm right, I get a free punch to your face.
I
didn't agree to that.
No, that's just kind of, it's implied at this point.
It's implied.
Implied.
It's an implied punch.
As you start to feel no more rain, sun on your skin, and just a calming breeze in the air. Let me change the page. As you open up your eyes, you find yourself in the middle of many thousands of beautiful rose bushes and beautiful trees of different kind of flowers, purples, reds, cherry blossoms, the whole nine. It is beautiful. It is gorgeous. The sky is clear. You see people walking around, but they're all kind of either they are nobles or like politicians that are walking around, and they don't even look at you. Occasionally you see a couple people that are walking around that are wearing the uniform that Alice you saw, wearing kind of a later navy blue with brown accents on them, that they're walking around having fun. There is a fountain in the center, and within this fountain, some people are sitting by it. It's not like throw a coin in there and get a wish or anything like that. It's just kind of like there's just the fountain, and then there's just like a red glow coming from it that's just kind of raising up. Doesn't seem harmful by any means, but it's just you're within this forest of peacefulness and tranquility.
Where are we now?
Excuse me.
Sir,
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Can you tell us where we are?
Just walks off.
Rude.
well, that was helpful.
I'm gonna go up to one of the soldiers.
Okay. Okay.
Be
You
like-
just see a soldier. Yep.
I'll be like, "Excuse me, sir."
Sorry, off duty.
That's fine. I just have a quick question.
Yeah.
I seem to be a little bit lost. Could you let me know where we are right now?
You're in the cherry fields.
In which city?
Averant.
Okay, really hypothetical, weird question. What year is it?
Have you been drinking?
Sure, let's go with that.
It kind of like nudges over to his. Go get one of the clerics.
No, I'm fine. I am a cleric actually, but you see that girl over there? I'm going to point at Manon.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to win a bet here.
Okay.
She said that it's the year 22.
Uh-huh.
And I think she's a little bit special in the head.
I believe she's the
But she
same
won't
one.
believe.
I believe she's the
she
same
won't
one
believe
between
me.
the two of you, my guy. I mean, like, that's a bet you would lose.
Oh, you know what? I got kicked by a mule this morning, so maybe that's. I'm still a little bit rocked from that.
Well, I would recommend that maybe you take care of that before you start walking around here. One wrong step and you're just going to fall off to your death. You have a good day now. Just starts walking off.
Your reference.
A weird statement. Okay. So I go back. I'm like, we're in the cherry blossom fields in Averant in the year 22.
I need everyone to
So
give me a
we're
perception
still
check,
not
please.
back.
17.
This one
17.
badly.
He's just fucking with us. That's what he is.
19.
You said perception?
14.
Yeah.
It's a 15 plus 6.
Okay. 15 plus 6, so you got the highest one so far. Anybody else got 20 or higher?
Azalea, you rolled twice on there, and your first one was 27.
Oh, 27.
I thought that was from.
That was from
Earlier.
the other. That
Oh,
was
was
from
it?
earlier.
Got a nat 20 on the.
Oh, disregard.
Other
The
perception.
And Ronin, I didn't hear what you got. I think you were muted. A 10.
muted.
Sorry, 10.
Okay, so for the
I
people,
cannot seem to roll
you're good.
more above 2 digits today. Roll 2 digits today.
If you have a 20 or higher for this, well, if you don't have 20 or higher, all you really get grasping is that this is from where you're at. You're definitely within kind of like a vacation spot, kind of like a relaxing point. You do see at the distance that there is a large, like castle building in the distance. It looks like this, like in the center of within this forest, and this very much looks like it's kind of like the break area, kind of like get your mind out of it kind of situation. But this is also for a bunch of politicians. For the people who got 20 or higher, you start to hear a conversation from. Well, wait, raise your hand if you got the 20 or higher. I need to know. So Nova. Who else got it? Someone else said that they got it.
It would be Nova.
It was just Nova. I thought someone
It
had
would
said they
be
had
Nova.
some. I thought someone else had it. Okay. All right, Nova. You hear a very interesting conversation. That's like you're the only person here that really doesn't really subscribe to like the gossip, but like this one's like too juicy for you to kind of like ignore. as you start to hear like a conversation behind you, maybe about 60 feet, like someone's like having a picnic behind you about 60 feet. And you hear like a familiar voice. You can't place how it's familiar, but it's two people that sound very familiar to you talking. A female speaks, just tell me. Just tell me. Like, something's going on. And then you hear a male speak. I mean, I was not supposed to tell you, but I'm your brother.
Good.
I literally just typed that in the chat, like as you said it. I was like, it's when they found out they were siblings, and you're like, I'm your brother. And I was like, ah!
I look around and kind of be like very confused and go over to the rest of the group. Did I hear anything else before I walked over there, or not?
Like, you're hearing a conversation going on. It looks like it gets a little frustrating afterwards. If you do peek your eyes over, you do see it's like a very young version of Dahlia and Silik kind of having kind of a weird conversation.
I like my eyes get huge, and I turn around, and it's probably even scarier because they're like you can't see any like what like the scleras of my eyes anymore, and I'm like, we need to move. We need to Manon, your mom is right over there, and Silik is right over there, but they look very, very young.
I'm
people
gonna
look-
dive behind the fountain. Not in it, behind it.
Do we see everybody else in the distance, or are they further away?
If you actually look in the direction where she's referring to, you do actually see a whole group. You do see a young Zephinia. You see a young Dira. You see a young Dahlia, young Silik, and you see someone that none of you've met that looks like a wood elf of sorts.
Apollo was there though.
Yeah, I was there.
Were you there at that point?
Yeah, that was the let's play the question game. Or
Oh yeah, so you were there.
Yes.
Yep, you were there.
He had
Yep.
just joined and didn't sign up for all of it. So.
Yeah, 'cause I was the only one that they're like, "What's your favorite thing?" And I'm like, "Books." Like, and they're like, "Oh, okay." Like, I was like super open.
Nice. We must be another memory.
I'm gonna take a step forward, like I'm gonna walk towards the group and then stop.
I'll put like a hand on your shoulder.
Should we talk to them?
No.
Will it mess anything up?
That is
Just
a
in
shadow
case.
of
Oh,
our
it can't
parents.
help. Whether it's real or not, it won't help anything.
Joe, does this glowing red circle in the middle of the fountain look ominous at all?
It does look ominous, but it doesn't fit.
Okay, I will be like, I think our next door is that, and I'm going to point at the fountain.
Okay.
You weren't
Yeah,
wrong
that's-
before.
That seems very logical. This is very fascinating, and I just keep writing down everything
as you
we're
go
going
closer
around.
to it. Well, let's see. Azalea. I'd say only Azalea. Give me a charisma saving throw.
Ah.
Shit.
And Manon gave me a charisma saving throw for something that happened earlier, but I forgot to have you roll for it.
That would be a lovely 3. For a total of 5.
I need to start rolling on roll 20, but it's not going to get any better. It's a 10.
Okay.
It doesn't get better on roll 20.
I'm gonna kind of go back a little bit. When certain things were happening before you guys took the teleportation circle, there was some shaking. There was some things that were going on. until Manan went to teleportation circle. As Azalea, you're kind of like looking at the group. Everybody starts getting that shake again. Like the area's shaking, but you notice that nobody in this world is noticing it. And as
So if we go too far, it starts shaking?
Yeah.
Okay.
As it happens, the birds kind of quiet.
Wait, if we get too close to the fountain?
No. If you get too close to interact.
Us.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Azalea
Yeah.
is
Crickets.
being, it feels compelled to interact. And earlier, Manan was feeling compelled to follow.
Maybe
take a
we
step
are
back.
in the Murrays.
I think it's the most logical thing. Well, sorry, I don't have any more
Just-
knowledge of this area.
To swim across the fountain and go up on the little thing in the center and check it out.
Okay. It
I'd
looks.
like to imagine that you can just wade through it, but you choose to swim.
Well, I'm going yet. I'm sending the otter, who she might or might not be able to wait, but it's probably not that.
Oh,
not that-
sorry. I thought you did.
For all
I
intents and
didn't-
purposes,
Sorry.
it looks like a giant like stone lily pad that's just kind of floating there. And as Biscuit gets on it, it starts to glow.
I think that's our
There we
answer.
go again.
Yep.
Okay, everybody goes
Step
up.
on it as well.
And if it were just a little bit bigger, you're right. I would choose to swim. But as it is, it's like
All right, you guys go on it, and immediately the bright light affects you again. I need a perception check from everybody before the light blocks your vision.
let's see how this.
Oof, that's not good.
Duh.
I got otter eyelash in my eye.
For the love of God!
6.
Four.
That's another 21.
Jesus.
That would be
I
a nat
also-
20 for 27.
Woo!
What a 6. My dice aren't working out great
Oh, it just
right
got
now
plugged
either.
in.
Except
All
that
or
one
nothing.
20.
Nova dice are working
It's all or
really
nothing.
nicely.
Guys, let's go into jail.
Nova dice are being very helpful tonight.
Same for Azalea.
All right, so who got a 20 or higher in this one? Just okay, 2 of you. All right. As the light just starts to leave, Nova, you see someone staring at you, but you can't place who it is. But it does not fit to the rest of the actual area. Azalea, if you guys stayed a minute longer, the soldier in armor would have found you. As he just arrives and he sees you guys teleporting away.
Then whatever you said didn't go through.
I was just mouthing things that you guys didn't need to hear.
You guys teleport away, and once again, you guys start to hear before you see. Now it is still sunny, it is still bright, but the sun is too blinding, but all you hear is commotion. You guys know a battle when you hear one, and wherever you're being taken to is a battle amongst battles. And there you hear swords parrying, you hear maces smacking against shields, you hear the whistle of an arrow going through the air. You even hear almost like a catapult of a giant boulder hit against a wall. There was a lot of commotion, and as you guys quick adjust, I need a perception check from the group. If you get an 18 or higher, raise your hand.
Another one? Another perception?
This is for when you
Only D20 I have
arrive.
not used yet.
Okay, we got Ben.
23.
23.
Oh, finally. What is the DC?
18 or higher. So 18 DC.
Oh, no. 15.
19.
Okay, so Nova
19.
and Alistair, you immediately can tell where you are. You immediately tell that you're in a battle, still in the same location, but you are within the residential district of the floating Isle of Everett. Let me switch it over. If it loads.
Oh boy.
Immediately you see soldiers
The other way.
fighting. What's that?
Oh, just saying. I liked it better the other way.
You see soldiers fighting each other. You see plenty of aberrant soldiers in navies and browns fighting against whoever these other soldiers are that are in golds, browns, and reds. Most of you know what these colors are for. They are some subgroup of the Heartwind kingdom, but you don't know much about which battle this is that's going on right now. And as you start to see giant boulders flying through the air and crash through walls, you start to see swords slashing, swords piercing. You start to see like these battles going on. Immediately seeing that you are not wearing colors, you immediately see several soldiers run in to attack you. I need a Constitution or Strength saving throw from each one of you. You can pick whatever one you want. DC is 14.
Oh, jeez.
No.
No, but dice don't fail me now.
I used all my luck
12.
earlier.
12,
14.
14. Got it.
17.
Got it.
16.
Got it.
Not 14.
Bjorn, what'd you get? I didn't hear yours.
19.
19. With a few of you already all set, some of you use your strength to immediately push these guys away. Some of you use your constitution to kind of like take the blows and throw them somewhere else. With just a reaction of what you do, you didn't even take into account that you were ready to fight anybody, whether or not you meant it or not. With this, you hear some people react as they see that you attacked some of the aberrant, as you see some people run in, as immediately someone shoots a guiding bolt in your direction. As you see someone fly in with a sword and someone summon a sword to their hand, as you immediately see younger versions of people you know ready to fight you. And that's where we're going to end it.
God damn it. Okay.
And then run.
So, with that, we will end that
We're gonna mess up the timeline.
there.
With
It's almost
the, I
like
failed that.
twice
From what you said the
tonight.
DC was, I did fail that save. So
Yeah.
is there a consequence to that?
There is no damage you take. It's just if
Okay.
you guys all failed, you guys wouldn't have actually
Oh,
attacked
okay. So
them,
it's a
and
good-
therefore it wouldn't have come up through ramification. It's actually succeeding would have actually got you guys.
Oh.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
one
we wanted to
time
fail.
I succeed something this entire last fucking hour? What?
Yeah. I feel
So
it.
Oh boy.
with that, we will continue the battle against young Hirithro, or Hirith team. What was the team? Hirith. Yeah.
Oh,
Team
Riot?
Tails?
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Team Tails and Friends.
Yeah. Team Tails and Friends.
Tails
Next week, do not forget that we have Daggerheart tomorrow, so make sure you check in that. Just know that Daggerheart is earliest. We do that at 5 p.m. Central Time. So if you want to check that out, make sure you're available for them to check that one out. If you missed any episodes,
Is it
everything
5:30?
is on YouTube. Or 5:30, yeah. We get online at 5, but we don't do it till 5:30. Yep. And then Daggerheart tomorrow. And all our videos are on YouTube. So if you missed this or any of the previous ones, and if you're like, hey, what the fuck are they talking about? What is this shit? Check out Blades. All their Blades videos are on demand on YouTube, and you can check to see what this all was about. See this crazy stuff that they're like, hey, I knew it, that kind of thing. So I was gonna wait to see
And-
what Ryan's face is, but it looks like she's frozen.
And hey, if you don't like fantasy, you can go sci-fi. We got a Star Wars one.
there you
Yes.
go, bam.
Another
So
shock.
To a galaxy far, far away.
So with that, everybody have a fantastic night, and we will see you tomorrow. Good night.
Good night.